In the previous video, we had a brief look at how to use the Tools in the Tools tab. In the penultimate video of the Getting Started series, you'll learn how to export your clips and sequences. Before exporting, you just need to be aware of one potential preparation. If you want to export an entire sequence, then you can export straight away. If you wish to export a section of a sequence, you need to make a copy of just that section for the export. Currently, Smoke can only export entire clips. Isolating that section makes it a clip and it can be exported in its entirety. Now that you're aware of this, there are 3 ways to export. First, select the clip or sequence that you would like to export. You can click on the File menu at the top of the screen and choose Export. Or you could right-click on a selected clip or sequence and choose Export in the pop-up menu. Or lastly, you can click the MediaHub tab at the bottom of the screen. All 3 mechanisms will enable you to perform an export. In all cases, you now use the file browser to navigate through the folders to your chosen location. In my case, I will navigate to the Mac desktop. In the context of the MediaHub, you can drag and drop a clip or multiple clips into the file browser. They can be source media or sequences for export. The Media Export pop-up window will appear. First, you will see how many clips are selected for export in the title bar. The next step is to choose what you are going to export. You can choose between exporting an audio file, an image sequence, a movie file, or publish for an EDL or AAF audio export for sound mixing. There are a variety of options, but we will go with the movie file for the export. Once you have selected the type of export, you can now choose a format preset from the next pull-down menu. There are a wide variety of presets you can choose from, including ProRes and DNx HD presets. So I'll choose the ProRes 422 preset as my example. The description tells you what you're about to create, and you can edit the file name in the text box. If you are happy with this preset, then just press the Export button. If you wish to fine tweak and tune the settings, then click the Show Advanced Options button. This will expose all the various options for you to adjust. The Movie Options tab contains the general settings for this export. It contains the format, the type of compression, and whether or not to include audio on the export. In the middle of the window is the file naming settings. The file name entry gives you a preview of your file name. Just below it is the naming pattern text entry where you can set the naming conventions of the file. You can obviously edit the text box and enter in your own unique name. Alternatively, you can use the token system to let Smoke name your exported files using a series of variables. For example, in the Add Token pull-down list, you can name your file based on the clip name, date, reel, resolution, workspace, etc. You can edit these variables in the text box to create your own unique naming convention and automated folder generation for deliverable management. So I can add a project token at the beginning of the pattern and place a / to define it as a directory. I can then add a width token to the file name to define the resolution. You can get as detailed as you like with the file name. At the bottom of the export window is resolution. The default resolution setting is to export the same resolution as the selected media, or you can set your own export resolution with various resize options. The Video tab gives you extra options for working with the visual side of the export. For example, when exporting a frame sequence, you can set the number padding and also incorporate the timecode into the file name. There is also a color management section you can enable if you need to apply a lookup table or color transform to your image data to make it look correct for its delivery format. Moving on. The Audio tab will give you the various audio settings if audio is to be included in the export. This includes compression, audio profiles, and audio mixdowns to handle sequences with multiple audio tracks. So there are a variety of options you can change. Once you have changed them, you can click the Save button and save a new export preset. You can give the preset a name, and you can also type up a description to remind you what this preset is going to do. Finally, you have the Export Presets Visibility option. You can choose to have the export preset only available for this project, or you can share this preset across all projects on the system. These presets will appear in the Format Preset list when you save them. Just a tip, the export panel does not remember its last export setting every time, so it will reset itself. This is the reason why I recommend creating an export preset for specialized settings you may need. I'll cancel the Save Setting preset for now and press the Export button to start the export. The export kicks off in the background and you can carry on working. To monitor the export process, you can see a progress indicator at the bottom left of the screen. This percentage counter will tell you how far the export has to go. If you want more detail, you can click on the arrows and this will bring up the console to give you a detailed list of the background processing. To hide the console, just click anywhere in the interface and it will disappear. But you can still monitor the progress anywhere in Smoke with the indicators at the bottom of the screen. Once the process is complete and there are no more messages being displayed at the bottom of the interface, you can go to your designated location and see the exported file. So the job is done and your deliverable is exported. In the final part of the Smoke Getting Started series, you will learn how to back up your projects for archival purposes.